Good morning, Greater Latrobe. From the WCAT TV studio, I'm your host, Annie Duda. We are excited to bring you the first episode of WCAT TV News. Our show may look a little different than it has in the past. All studio segments have been filmed with the anchor or reporter as the only person in the studio, so we have removed our masks to better communicate with all of you. Underclassmen photos will be taken today during Lunch and Learn. Pictures will be taken in the auditorium and social distancing measures will be in place. Please keep your masks on up until you are seated to have your picture taken. Grade 10 should report between 10:45 and 11:15. Grade 9 should report between 11:15 and 11:45. And grade 11 should report between 10:45 and 11:45. Any students needing to use the library printer should follow the sign posted regarding using a cotton swab. This is to avoid the spread of germs through the printer, a high-touch surface for many students in our building. Hand sanitizer is also available next to the cotton swabs for use before and after touching the paper tray. If you come to the library on e-hall pass, please don't forget to pin yourself in. There is a white check mark on library e-hall passes. Tap on the white check mark and enter the pin shown on the dry erase board behind the circulation counter. This is a reminder for all 11th and 12th graders who have a free set first period of the day. Please sign in on the Chromebooks in the principal's office. Wondering what's on the menu for today? Here's Addison Lemon with What's Cookin'.
What's cooking, Latrobe? Today's Thursday, September 10th, and in the main line we have firecracker chicken with homemade rice and broccoli florets. If that's not for you, we have the a la carte options of chicken patties, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and spicy chicken tenders, as well as we have the pizza line and the grab-and-go options. That's what's cooking, Latrobe. Back to you.
Thanks, Addison. This week's weather looks great. Here is Jaden Alessi with the 3-day forecast.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather forecast is a high of 83 and a low of 63, with a moderate chance of rain. Tomorrow, expect some clouds in the sky, a high of 79 and a low of 60. Saturday, we're looking at some more clouds with a high of 76 and a low of 65. That's the 3-day forecast. Back to you, Annie.
Thanks, Jaden. With that great weather, fall sports should be set for games this week. Here is Luke Hamady with the Wildcat Sports Report.
Here's your Wildcat Sports Report for today. The girls' tennis team is away for a match against the Kissy Cavaliers at 3:30. The boys' golf team has a match at Indiana High School at 4 p.m. At 6 p.m., the girls' field hockey team scrimmages the Hempfield Spartans at their house. Lastly, the girls' soccer team duels against the Mount Pleasant Vikings at 7 p.m. on Rossi Field. This is a huge week for football fans. We go to sports reporter Brandon Feder with a look at what is happening in the world of sports.
Thanks, Luke. Today marks the first day of the regular season for the NFL. The Texans take on the Chiefs at 8:20. In NBA news, the Lakers lead the series 2-1 and look to take a commanding lead in their game at 7. In other news, the Dodgers are dominating in the MLB with a record of 31-12 and look to make a deep playoff push this year. In hockey, the Stars look to bounce back after their loss against the Knights on Tuesday by 3. That's all for sports. Back to you, Annie.
Thanks, Brandon. We go now to Alexis Coletti with the Wildcats World News.
Good morning, Latrobe. In the last week, Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf loosened restrictions on spectators for school sports. He also stated that restaurants will be allowed to raise indoor capacity to 50% by the end of the month. California Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency as wildfires continue to devastate the West Coast. And finally, India has moved into second place in worldwide COVID-19 cases, overtaking Brazil. They currently have 4.2 million cases, while the first place holder, the United States, has 6.3 million. Now, here is Harley Cochran with entertainment news.
Thanks, Alexis. This week in entertainment news, we have some major changes to the Academy Awards. The Oscars have put in place new guidelines for the Best Picture category. This change was added in order to have more representation in film. The movie must adhere to at least one of the following requirements to be considered for Best Picture: audience development, on-screen representation, creative leadership, industry access and opportunity, as well as theme and narrative. This change will allow for much more inclusivity on the big screen for those who have been underrepresented for too long. Now back to Annie in the studio.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of WCAT TV News. Have a great day, Latrobe.